Hi there. Welcome to 3 Minutes with Jay. Jay Bala, portfolio manager at AIP Asset Management in Toronto. Jay, we have the recent news of Trump putting a 20% tariff on softwood lumber. How do you think that's going to affect Canada or investors in general?
Okay. I mean, just with the softwood lumber, I mean, anyone who's tracked it knows it's been going on for decades. It's been a simmering issue between our two countries for a very long time. I think every administration and every government in Canada has pretty much kicked that can down the road. And it looks like we've got to a point where we're going to have to deal with it. So we either grow up as adults and we sit down with the US and say, okay, look, let's hammer out a deal to figure this out. Or we turn into sort of retaliatory actions where, we start imposing taxes on their goods. And in a trade war, as there are no winners, only losers. So the short-term impact, it's basically they're imposing taxes on about $5 billion in exports. Canada's a $2 trillion economy. It's not going to massively impact us in the short term. Where you want to have real concerns is you want to look to sort of the medium term, the longer term. Does this end up becoming a quagmire where, we start imposing tariffs on their goods, and then that sort of starts expanding into, the US starts fighting with China and Japan and the EU and so forth. And that ends up being sort of a long-term drag on economic growth and economic fundamentals. And if you look at where all of the institutional monies has started moving, they're saying, the favorite strategy for 2017, global macro, you're allowed to invest into bonds, into equities, into derivatives, into interest rate futures. And those are the types of strategies that, make you nimble and you're able to trade in and out of strategies. They tend to do very well during economic downturns or periods of uncertainty. And the fact that AIP has its own global macro hedge fund is a benefit to our investors, which should help reduce their volatility and hopefully help them protect their downside protection.
Right. So if I were to sum this up, what I'm hearing is that this is sort of an unknown. It's a shot across the bow. I remember softwood lumber tariffs throughout my lifetime, so it's not the first time we've heard this. With that, defensive strategies right now is likely the best place to be putting your money. Absolutely.
I mean, you never want to go into it taking aggressive positions when there's clear uncertainty with regards to trade, because, we're a huge trading country, right?
Right. And so with that in mind, Jay, where have you got your money?
It's been the same place it's always been for a while, half in cash, half in the global macro hedge fund. Although going forward, I may allocate more of that cash into the global macro.
Awesome. Thanks, Jay.
Perfect.